cover a lot of things. Now, Massachusetts is, I said, a place I've lived. I'm quite familiar. I was very proud of this story that we broke about our former governor, Mitt Romney. Right. It's true. What actually amazes me about this, we ran this a few months ago, and then a few weeks ago, this exact thing happened. And he was attacked for passing universal health care, and it's like, wow, we're doing somebody else's job. Now, in civil liberties, it's important to also think about how the public interprets and understands their role in the process. It's not just about lawyers, it's not just about lawsuits and contentions, about how people in their everyday lives think about the Constitution and themselves. In this case, we ran a story titled, "What the hell am I supposed to do with all these constitutional rights?" And it's a challenge for many citizens. They don't know that maybe there's too many, for example. If we don't use them, maybe we should reconsider. This guy was very interesting. Area man, passionate defender of what he imagines Constitution to be. And we've certainly seen thousands of people rallying all across the country in the name of something called the Constitution that most people who've read it wouldn't necessarily recognize. In response to the protests against the quote-unquote Ground Zero Mosque, we ran this breaking news: freedom of speech, assembly, exercised to denounce freedom of religion. Sometimes these rights are complicated, people. And we talk a lot about the government. This was a great story that we broke. Freedoms curtailed in defense of liberty, which is obviously not a joke at all, just accurate reporting from people who make it up. And then Bill of Rights pared down to a manageable 6. That's just it's a nicer number, 6. You can keep track of 6 things. How many more could there be? This is actually very relevant today. Disgusted TSA agents also calling for end to body scanning and thorough pat-downs. I think their side of this whole story has really been left out. No one thinks about what they have to go through touching American overfried food-fed bodies. It's no picnic. If you imagine that we're a nation of super, super sexy people, we're not. Right to privacy, not guaranteed by Constitution, says Supreme Court Justice peeking in bedroom window. It's a really big story. I mean, you won't see a lot of other people. Now, this was huge. This was, sometimes we win, sometimes the truth comes through, and just seeing, well, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I don't need to comment on that. And obviously, we've had to cover this organization and those who would side with it. We actually found an organization that discovered what was going on in hell. 92% of souls were there on drug charges, which, just underreported stuff. Privacy advocates refused to release new report. They were just so strict about what they believed, and they couldn't share it. National Machete Association speaks out against machete control legislation. That's someone kind of in the spirit of the ACLU. And here is we have Onion Radio News as a part of our empire. And I want you to hear this. I mean, you think you understand the story, but you really got Doyle Redland delivers news like nobody else. Let's just take a listen here.
If we take away these Nazis' right to burn down our headquarters, we take away everyone's right to burn down their headquarters.
More controversial is the neo-Nazis' demand that the ACLU's entire staff be in the building. The Onion Radio News online at theonion.com.
And it's that sort of consistency that I think you should applaud. Defending others' rights to maim you. Marriage has been quite a controversial, sadly, institution. Not even sure it should be an institution, in fact, legally, but that's another conversation. The Onion has done an incredible job chronicling the slowly liberalizing world around rights. In Massachusetts, we were there when everyone was forced to get married. And it will be an honor to meet the Chief Justice later and just shake your hand. Thank you for forcing gay marriage upon everybody. Thank you. Iowa experienced tremendous difficulty. I remember many in the nation questioning, really, Iowa? Really? Like before New York, before, yeah, and look what happened. Look what happened. There's consequences, people. When the Defense of Marriage Act was passed, marauding gay hordes dragged thousands of helpless citizens from marriages after Obama drops Defense of Marriage Act. That was just a day many in the gay community were awaiting. And then from the future, we had this story. Future U.S. history students, quote, "It's pretty embarrassing how long you guys took to legalize gay marriage." And it's always about the children. It's always about the children. Now, I have a video report. The Onion also does award-winning broadcast journalism. We have a television show on IFC Network Friday nights called Onion News Network, very originally. And we had discovered a different story within all this that I think you guys will find very interesting. Let's see if this will work.
Activists are in full force today to protest a new bill that would ban marriage between people who don't love each other. This was the saying, quote, "I believe the definition of marriage is a union between two people who love each other." In addition to outlawing future published unions, the so-called Purity of Marriage Act will also nullify an estimated 53% of marriages in Minnesota. Homeless couples gathered at the state capitol today to voice their opinion that all couples have the right to be married, not just those who can stand each other's company. Since Minnesota has long been considered a low mecca for loveless couples.
Like the state is full of wine cellars and buffet restaurants serving endless piles of food. Which loveless couples use to spend the morning in their homes. Good supporters say for too long they've had to watch these people flaunt their lovelessness, figuring over which peanut butter to buy in grocery stores and violently gushing in on each other's genitals.
These miserable couples offend a very angry marriage.
That's right. There have been reports from around the state of loveless couples suffering harassment.
People who argue that loveless couples can still live together unhappily, even if their sexual unions aren't technically considered marriage.
Marriage has legal implications as well. For instance, if one member of a loveless couple got sick, their spouse could no longer visit them in the hospital to berate them about how much that medical bill is going to cost.
The crowds here today show that many people are now comfortable with being openly indifferent to their spouses.
That's right. As recently as the 1970s, loveless couples were sent to camps. There was belief they could be cured of their lovelessness by undergoing group therapy and sharing exercise.
Minnesota law passes. Loveless marriage activists will almost certainly try to bring this one before the Supreme Court.
Right, and there could face a lot of opposition. At least 4 of the justices are rumored to be in loveless marriages themselves.
Expert Joshua Russell, who says a ban on loveless marriage could cripple the already flagging cruise ship industry. Another one of your childhood memories.
Happy to accept that on behalf of our fine news gathering organization. That is my time. It has been an honor to address you again. I look forward to celebrating you again in the future. Congratulations and thank you very much.